Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. Let's go on an old school ammo hunt. Let's start with good old Rural King. You got some 380, some 9mm self-defense, 4.9, some 30-06 down here. This stuff's starting to be plentiful. You got 350, 450 Bushmaster, 760 by 5.1. 300 Win Mag, 6.5 Creedmoor, 270, 243, 308, 7mm mag, more 308, 300 Win Mag, 7mm aught 8, some 40, some 10mm 45. 5.56, 223, 5.56, 12.50. Too expensive. You got some 22 mag, some 17 Hornet, 17 HMR, arm score 22 for $3. Definitely more here than they've had in a while. You got some 12 gauge for $12.99. It's 8 shot for $11.99. $13.99 for 9. It's a little high. Blazer, and then $6.25 for a case of 5.56. We're back where it all started. Not too much in the specialty shotgun department. There's a bunch of Turkey 410, but they had some regular 410 here the last time I was here, but I do not see it this time. Plenty of 12 gauge, 16 gauge, 20 gauge, 28 gauge, but I do not see any 410. But plenty of the regular stuff. Plenty of rifle rounds, a couple things that I want to try. 308, 155 grain FTX, I want to give those a try. I want to try that SIG Venari, but they don't have any 308. Some 6mm, 6.5 Creedmoor, 6.5 PRC, 300 Rum. Not sure what that is, but here's another 308 ELDX. You got some more 308, 30-30, 30 Win Mag, 270. There's a lot of it. Prices are still on the higher side. 223, $17. $14. And then some pistol. We've got 45 Colt, 44 Mag, 10mm, 45, and then 22, 17, 22 mag. Might try this. It's another suppressor 22 or suppress 22. Probably pick that up. So options, but not the best selection. Just picked up my 1911, so I need some of that. Probably be the first test. Punch. I wish they had gold dot, but I might have to get that at a different store. But first time seeing that. 10mm punch. It's probably pretty good too. 45 jacketed hollow points. 41 mag. 454 Casull. 45 Colt. Lots of different options here. Some powder, some primers. Not as many as the last time I was here, but BR4s, number 5.5, Magnum small pistol primers, small rifle primers, small pistol match primers, small pistol primers, and number 41 small rifle primers. Again, not a ton of powder, but yep, that's what it is. Looking a little thin here. That space is usually where more ammo was, and now we have empty cases. But a little thin. This shotgun wall was usually full to the brim, but not anymore. We'll go over anything interesting that I see. Got some 338 Lapua, no price, probably expensive. 35 Whalen. Got some 300 Win Mag, not too terribly priced. Then a ton of 350 Legend and 30-06. Bunch of 308 as normal. I don't have any of that 308 ELDX. I might want to give that a try. But other than that, 308. I need to do another video on the Terminal Ascent since I kind of botched the original one. You got 7mm mag, plenty of it. 7mm .8. Some 28 nozzler down here. Wow, 120 bucks. Some 25-06, plenty of that here. 6mm Creedmoor, 243, 22, 250. I don't see any like 6 arc. There's plenty of 6.5 Creedmoor. I want to get into 6.5 Creedmoor testing, but I want to focus on my competition coming up. And then 22, there's like no, look at all, this used to be full of hollow points. There's nothing there. Wonder if they moved it somewhere else. Good grief. Plenty of 9 because that is not a sale. Back at the house, recap time. It has been a hot minute since I've been here at the desk doing an ammo video, but I am happy to be back. I went to 3 different stores this week. I went to Bass Pro, Rural King, and Sportsman Warehouse. I always get those two mixed up. Sportsman Warehouse. And I was just on the look for stuff, anything new, anything that I haven't tried before, but also looking for like some really specific stuff. Hornady 6.5 Creedmoor 140 grain ELD match for the Mammoth Sniper Challenge that's coming up in a couple of weeks. There just wasn't any locally. I had to buy it online. We'll get to that in a little bit. So I recently picked up a 1911, something that I've wanted since last year. It was on my last year's list of firearms I wanted to purchase. So I picked up a Colt Mark IV Series 80 1911. It's Officer's ACP, and it is absolutely beautiful. Found it at a local shop. Somebody, their health was failing. They wanted to sell their collection before their wife sold it, before they passed away, and their wife sold it for what he told his wife he paid for it. So pretty funny story right there. Not his failing health, but just the story. So he sold like 200 firearms to the shop, and I went in there. All 3 guys that work there, that own it, they were got googly eyes over it, and I kind of went in there and swept it up. Really happy with the purchase. The serial number puts it made in 1985. So I really wanted an older Colt as my first one, and I found it for a good price. I could probably flip it for almost double what I paid if I did it somewhere, but I'm not going to do that because I want to hold on to it for a while. So with that, I went looking for some 45 at Bass Pro, and they had the HSTs and they had the Punch, and I was doing a quick search, and everything was like $5 more in Bass Pro than it was online. So I decided not to get it, but I did get 10mm Punch, 200 grain. It was about the same price online as it was in the store. The Federal Punch have been gaining popularity. I still think the HSTs are better, but we're gonna try these Punch in the gel, see what it does. It's rated at 1100 feet per second at the muzzle with 530 foot-pounds of energy. I recently picked up my suppressor. It finally came out of ATF jail. So I picked up a couple of subsonic 22s. We've got some Aguila 40 grain traveling at 10 to 25 feet per second, and then we've got some Winchester 45 grain suppressed 22, 100 rounds for $13. I didn't have either of these. I do have some other suppressed or subsonic 22 that I had picked up previously, and I just wanted a couple more. When I do my gel test, a lot of people in the comments, they say try Underwood, try Buffalo Bore. They load them hotter. They're not as watered down as some of the larger manufacturers. So I picked up 3 different rounds with the controlled chaos projectile, 3 different calibers, 300 blackout, 308, and 7.62 by 3.9. So 7.62 by 3.5, 7.62 by 3.9, 7.62 by 5.1. So really interested to try this projectile. It's, you know, obviously 30 cal, and they're all nickel plated or nickel cased. You can see the projectile. Really, it's supposed to flower out into 4. We'll see how that does in the gel. I'll probably try these 300 blackout at 25 yards, and then I'll try the 7.62 by 3.9, the AK round, at 50 yards, and then maybe 100 yards. One of the videos that's still popular on my channel is when I did that 100-yard PCC, the 9mm carbine test, and it's really difficult to see that 100-yard gel through a 1X. So I might try it at 100 yards, but it'll definitely be done at 50. And then I recently got my 308 up and running again, and I'm really enjoying doing these tests. I probably should get an adjustable gas block so I can put the suppressor on it, but I just haven't done that. So 152 grain, traveling at 2,900 feet per second. And I'm really interested to see how these do, how utterly devastating this round will be, because this is gonna, it probably has 2,500 foot-pounds of energy, and that packs quite the punch. Punch. But last but not least, I had to resort to buying my Hornady 6.5 Creedmoor ELD match online because I just can't find it anywhere locally. And they have 120 grain, they have 147 grain, but nobody has 140 grain. And even then, when I did see it, it was like $43 a box. I got these through a friend who has a membership to Target Sports USA, and they were like $32 a box. So incredible savings there in the grand scheme of things. Ultimately, I'd like to be reloading these, but we're just not. So 10 boxes of these. I need to get these out to the range. I need to chronograph them. I need to get my ballistics chart. I'm just way behind with that. Today I wanted to go to the range, but it's supposed to rain 2 to 3 inches, and the range was closed. So a lot of good things happening. We've got the Mammoth Sniper Challenge next month. We've got a Patriot Games in May, a Patriot Games in July, a Patriot Games in September and November. So definitely a lot on the calendar. I told a couple of people that I wanted to do the Tactical Games Sniper Challenge. I wanted to do it with my son. It's probably not going to happen. We just haven't had a lot of time to practice, and I don't want to go in there and have a bad time and do something that I would probably regret. So we're going to scrap that. He and I will, I'll keep practicing with him. I want him to feel comfortable doing the exercises and, you know, the shooting combined, and not have a bad time. And I want to be safe. That is the utmost priority. So the ammo is out there. It is an election year. I'm waiting for the prices to come down a little bit on the 223 5.56. You can get it for less than 50 cents a round, but they're not too plentiful right now. Your best bet is to buy around the holidays when everybody has a sale to get it less than 50 cents a round. And 9mm, I have a ton of it, but the lowest I've seen locally is $12.99 for a box of 50, which is a pretty good price compared to what it was a few years ago at the height of the pandemic, but we're still not there yet. Actually, the cheapest that I saw, the 223 5.56, was actually Herter's at Bass Pro, and it was $79.99 for 150 rounds, those 150 round bulk boxes. So yep, the battery's going to die on the camera. Good to be back doing an ammo hunt. I've got some more calibers going to be coming in this year. Pretty excited. I knocked a big one off my list with getting that 1911. I definitely want to find a Henry Big Boy X in 357 mag, and I almost have my micro AR9 done. I almost have my new 300 blackout home defense rifle done. I just need to get an optic and get the barrel nut tightened down, and then we'll be good to go with that one. Have to test it, see how everything does, because this barrel will be 2 inches longer than my current one, so we'll have to see how that affects the speeds, even though they're subsonic rounds. So a lot of things going on the channel this year. I hope you enjoy. I hope you stick around. Thanks for sticking around
all these years, and I really do appreciate it. That's going to do it for this one. Like and subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below, and we will see you in the next video.